If you think of my life like a bridge, the integrity of the bridge was eroding. We think about the traffic of the vision of our dreams, and when we do that, all we think about is where we're going. But if we don't pay attention to what's underneath the bridge, what's going on in the character of the heart, our minds, and in our spirit, the collapse could be coming. I loved ministry, I loved life, and in my 20s and my 30s, I thought I could do everything. I was Superman. There was an adrenaline kickback from that, and I was confident that God was with me. It seemed like I was able to do a lot more than maybe even my peer group could do, and I got pats on the back for it. And then I had a grand mal seizure. I went down in a Walmart, hit the ground, about bit through my tongue, started coming to, and my first thoughts were that my job was killing me, that it was somebody else's fault. And it was then that God arrested me and he asked me a question. What are you doing here? Well, Lord, I'm doing what you called me to do. And God said, listen, no one else is responsible for your schedule but you. And it was as if God was saying, stop blaming everything else and pay attention to the relationship that you have with me. Something was happening to me that happens with many people. When they mix all of their physical, mental, emotional energy with their prayer life, and they think, man, God is moving, and they're praying hard, and it's really adrenaline mixed with anointing. And what happens is, if you think of my life like a bridge, the integrity of the bridge was eroding until the bridge collapsed. For me, that was a physical collapse. For some people, it's a moral collapse. For others, it's a relational collapse. But the collapse is coming if you don't pay attention to what's underneath the bridge. And so you can't really equate the anointing with what your sensory kickback is. I had to learn to rely on the whisper, not just the fire in the wind. God may want you to stay longer, but because you mistake the anointing for lifting when the adrenaline dropped, you might want to get out of there, and God's not calling you to get out of there. He's wanting you to stay and shepherd without it feeling super euphoric like it used to. The salute of the uniform, that feeling through other people's applause. And that's a dangerous game to play because really they're not saluting you, they're saluting the uniform. I had to learn to be okay if I didn't get other people's applause and just listen to what God is calling me to do. And if I do that, then the traffic of the kingdom moves forward. And I don't fall apart underneath the bridge because I have integrity underneath there. Don't be offended that you're not recognized. The work that you do is still moving on. And it's not about you. It's not about the name on the back of the jersey. It's about the team on the front, and the kingdom moves forward. Don't rely on the salute. Lean into the whisper and rely on the anointing, not just the adrenaline. And to God be the glory for everything that you do.